This is what would happen if the two best decks in Modern could stack their hands and their decks. Energy goes second but reveals Gigantha. Frogtide plays a Darkslick Shore and passes, keeping up a variety of spells. Energy draws a Discharge, plays a Plains, and gotta get the ball rolling, let's play out a Guide of Souls. It's a 1-mana, oh, no point reading it. Frogtide plays a Fatal Push and removes it from the battlefield. Frogtide draws a card they were hoping to mill with Consider, but they played the Fatal Push instead. So they play a Darkslick Shores and pass a turn. Energy draws a Static Prison and plays a Mountain, an Amped Raptor that reveals, just as planned, a Ajani Nicatl Pariah. That makes a Cat Warrior. Frogtide knows what's on top of their library, so they choose to play nothing, facing down some big threats here. They draw a Psychic Frog, which is the most potent threat in their deck, and they play it out, hoping it can fight off the Tide. It's only a 1/2, but if they discard a card at any time, they can give it a +1/+1 counter. If they hit their opponent or a Planeswalker, they draw a card, and you can exile 3 cards from your graveyard to give it flying. Energy draws a Flage. It's an incredibly powerful card, but is not good here facing the Frog. But they have a tool for it. They will play a Plains and play a Static Prison to exile the Frog. But this will promptly get countered by a Force of Negation, pitching a Consider. So Energy doubles down on its army and plays an Amped Raptor that reveals an Ajani again. They play it, making a cat, but they have to sacrifice one as both are legendary. When Ajani sees another cat die, it flips and becomes a Planeswalker. It's got a lot of text, but there's only one we care about, is the 0 that makes a cat. It'll finally take care of the Psychic Frog because it deals damage equal to the amount of creatures you have to any target, which is currently 5. Knowing what's on top of their library, the Frog-type player knows they are doomed. The Ajani can handle all of their creatures, but they will still discard 3 cards in hand and hope that it'll help them cast the upcoming Murktide Regent. But the Frog will die. Energy will attack for 4. The Frog-type player will draw and play the Murktide Regent, exiling 5 instants from their graveyard, making it an 8/8 flyer. Energy will draw a mountain and play it. They will then play an Ocelot Pride and make a cat with Ajani, dealing 7 damage to the Murktide Regent. Wait, that's not enough. They'll then play a Flage, which deals 3 to the Murktide Regent, finally taking it out. The Flage gets sacrificed since it was not escaped but gains 3 life. This will be followed with an attack for 10 Damagerinos. At the end of turn, the Ocelot Pride will trigger, and because they have more than 10 permanents, they'll make a 1/1 cat and a 2/1 cat. The Frog-type player will draw a Sink into Stupor and pass the turn, awaiting their fate. And the Energy player will give them a swift respite by just attacking, ending the game.